Hey there, Kevin Creighton with Quietly Armed. I'm at the range today, and off in the background we've got the Fort Lauderdale Police doing one of their qualifications and practice sessions. And I came here to do some pocket pistol work, and it occurred to me I've actually never shot the Florida Department of Law Enforcement qualification using a pocket pistol. In this case, my pocket pistol of choice is a Ruger LCP Lite Rack chambered in .22. Normally I carry Federal Punch in it. Today I'm going to be shooting Federal Automatic in it. There they go. See, told you they're here. And we're going to shoot the the Florida Department of Law Enforcement pistol qualification. Now this starts out, and honestly, as law enforcement quals go, it's not that bad. This one starts out initially from 1 yard. 2 shots from position 2 on the draw, back up, 2 shots from position 3. Let's see how I do. Okay, I made time and I got my hits. I did it in 2.82 seconds. Let's move on to stage 2. Okay, at stage 2, we're starting at 3 yards from the target. We're starting from a high compressed ready. This is 2 sections of 3 rounds each. One we're going to step right, and the other one we're going to step left. Let's get it done. Okay, did that in 1.75 seconds. Not bad. Let's do that again. .65 seconds. Not bad. Let's move on to stage 3. Okay, stage 3 is one-handed shooting, and it's pretty easy. We're going to shoot 3 shots, stepping left, right hand only, and then 3 shots, stepping right, support hand only. All right, let's give it a try. Okay, 1.84 seconds. Now comes the fun part. Did that in 2.62 seconds. And it looks like I got 1 hit in the C zone. Oh well. All right, let's move on to stage 4. Now stage 4 is your classic controlled pairs from the holster. 7 yards, 2 shots, 1 stepping right and 1 stepping left. Now I'm going to shoot this 2 ways, which means I'm going to end up with some extra holes on my target. The first is I'm going to shoot it with my hand already on my firearm and my pistol kind of bumped out of the pocket holster. That should give me some pretty good draw times. The second way I'm going to shoot it is from the classic guard position, you know, the managing unknown contacts. Hey buddy, can you stay right there? I don't know if I'm going to make the draw time on this, quite frankly. The draw time on that stage is, let me look it up here. We have 5 seconds to get 2 shots on target from 7 yards from the pocket holster. I honestly don't know whether I'm going to make it or not. But let's try it first with my hand on the gun. Did that in 2.37 seconds. Now let's reholster it. Now, hey, this is a good time to show you how to reholster a pocket gun, right? You don't want to put your hand in front of the muzzle. That's really stupid. Take your pocket holster. In this case, I use a sticky holster. Some people don't like them. I found this one to work great as a pocket holster. I would advise against using it as an IWD holster. So you take your holster and you move it across the gun like that. And at no point did any part of my body ever get in front of the muzzle, right? Right. So let's try this again. Okay, 2.35 seconds. Not bad. Now let's try it actually drawing from the holster. Okay, let's see if this works. .73 seconds. Holy cow, I'm kind of surprised by that. Let's try it now stepping the other direction. Okay, we got 4.4 seconds, so I made it drawing from the pocket at 7 yards, 2 shots. I'm actually kind of impressed by that. Let's move on to the reload where things might get really crazy. So let's move on to the next stage. Now this is shot from 7 yards. It's going to take 12 rounds. Step to the right, shoot 6 into the target, reload, shoot 6 into the target. And here's where the fun begins, because pocket pistols and reloads really don't go well together. Now, what I do is I carry my reload in my back pocket here, my weak side back pocket, in an Elite Survival Systems pocket holster. It's kind of made for this, like that. The advantage of this is it does a better job, shall we say, of keeping my reload oriented the way that I want to. Because if you just keep it like that, that's going to move around in your pocket. It's going to end up like that, like that, like that. And as you all know, the key to a successful reload is having your extra magazine in the same place at the same time, or as close to it as you possibly can. That's advantage number one of this little gadget. The second advantage is protects the magazine. I mean, you know, it's your pocket. It's not free from pocket sand or from other stuff that's there. So you don't want to damage the feed lips, right? Because if you damage the feed lips of a magazine, what happens to the reliability of your gun? That's right, you don't have a reliable gun anymore. So great little investment, really cheap, I recommend it. And also, you know, just thinking the third thing is, that doesn't look like a magazine of a gun when it's in your pocket. It just looks like maybe a wallet or something like that. So there's 3 reasons to use this gadget. It's really nice. Now, if you're the type of person that prefers a revolver for this point, I highly recommend the Zeta 6 speed strips. They're really good, really easy, really quick to use. They go in your pocket, very simple. They're just a great accessory for people who choose to use revolvers for pocket carry. But we're going to shoot this the same way as we did before now. We're going to shoot it once with my hand in my pocket, my gun kind of bumped out of the pocket holster, and then I'm going to go for the reload. And I'm going to shoot it again from a defensive stay back position. Now I have 20 seconds to complete this task. Am I going to make it? I quite honestly don't know. I have never shot this drill with a pocket pistol before. Let's find out. Okay, what are we doing in 11:51? So half the time required. So I'm probably going to make it drawing from the holster. Let's try it. Okay, now we're going to shoot it from the defensive managing unknown contacts position. Can I make it? I shot in 11 seconds from here, so I'm going to go yes. Let's find out. "14 seconds. Now, yes, I know, I forgot to move right. I did it on the reload though, so I'm going to count it. All right, let's move on to the last stage. So now we're at the last stage. We're at 15 yards and we've got 6 rounds to shoot in quite frankly generous amount of time. Now, again, I'm going to shoot this 2 ways. One with my hand on the pocket and the other from a defensive bladed position here. I think I'll be able to make both times, but hey, you never know. Now, 15 yards is really pushing the limits of a pocket gun. Most of these pocket guns don't have what you would call sights on them. I mean, I've taken mine and I've modified a little bit with a little bit of pink paint so that my LCP Lite Rack actually has something that might be considered a sight. And the newer versions like the Bodyguard 2.0, the Hellcat 3-inch OSP, 380 version, the new Ruger LCP Max, those have all got actual honest to goodness sights on them. So 15 yards, yeah, that's possible. You also might have noticed that I have a Crimson Trace green laser guard on mine. Now for up close and personal, those are fantastic. They work as a dot. But here we are, it's a bright Florida day. I'm at 15 yards, that dot goes away. It just can't be seen. And that's on a monochrome, cardboard target. If I had to engage somebody who was wearing a print t-shirt, like a Hawaiian shirt, if I had to shoot James Tarr, okay, anyway, if I had to shoot James Tarr, I wouldn't be able to see my dot. Why? Because he wears a lot of Hawaiian shirts. And no, I don't want to shoot James Tarr right now. Anyway, he's known among the gun world for wearing Hawaiian shirts. That green dot is going to be invisible on his shirt. So it is a tool. Do not rely on it because that tool might not be there when you need it. What will be there when you need it? The fundamentals: stance, grip, sights, trigger. So let's try this long range shot here. And as my camera gets blown around in the wind, let's give it a try. .75 seconds. Okay, let's try it with my hands up now. 8.83 seconds. Okay, I made time. Let's take a look at the target. Let's give some final thoughts. So did I pass shooting a pocket pistol? Yeah, I did. Now there's excess holes in here because remember we shot some of the stages twice, but all of these fit within the full point scoring zone of the target used in the Florida Department of Law Enforcement qualification. In fact, the vast majority of them, except for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that broke the line. I'm going to call that. So about 7 out of 38. That's more than 80%. In fact, way more than 80% because I shot more than 38 shots. Yeah, that's not bad shooting. So, can a pocket pistol be an effective defensive tool? Well, given the correct ammunition, in my case, I'd like to use Federal Punch, and I have the gel block at home of a test that I did for Ammo Man. I'll link to that down in the comments, where this gun went through more than 12 inches of gel with Federal Punch. So, yeah, I don't feel underarmed with this gun. Now, do I prefer my larger 9mm? Sure, I do. This is adequate. It is not optimal. Have to understand the difference between those two. Let's talk about the laser sight for a second. Is it effective? Sure. At 3 yards, 7 yards, on a blank monochrome target, showed up great. Is it going to show up better at night? Absolutely. Is it going to show up at 15 yards in bright Florida sunlight? Probably not. You're going to have to adjust for that. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to this channel, and please take a look at the Quietly Armed website, where I do more updates as well.